In today's video, we're covering Gearbox's E3 presentation. If you haven't checked out our other videos, we covered Summer Games Fest, Koch, and Ubisoft. If you liked the video, subscribe and hit the like button. Now on with the breakdown.
Alright. Did everyone watch this one?
I watched the recap.
You watched the recap. Oh, you got lucky. So we streamed it. It was a bit of a mess. Liam watched the stream. Liam was there. Liam saw. They intro it. They give a warning, right?
Uh-oh.
Mature, NC-17 or whatever. Me streaming it thinks, crap, I need to X-tag all my stream. So while they're doing this, it turns out they were doing this whole parody thing. And then our food arrived. We basically mukbanged. Food arrived. There was a bit of a disaster getting there.
Supermax conference.
Yes, the Supermax conference. We got Supermax. It was lovely. This is not sponsored by Supermax, but by God, I wish it was. Anyway, they did a whole 10-minute skit.
Wait, was this the one with Randy Pitchford walking around the set of the Borderlands movie?
Yeah.
Okay, I saw this one.
Yeah, Cate Blanchett. Did they talk about Cate Blanchett?
Cate Blanchett?
Yeah, I thought we had Cate Blanchett with the budget.
I mean carte blanche.
Yeah, he spoke with the director, Eli Roth. They showed off like the photo with Cate Blanchett, which was already released like a couple weeks ago.
Okay, we didn't see any of that because we were trying to get our pizza.
Oh yeah, he spoke to Kevin Hart.
That was at the end.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they do all this whole weird skit for like 10 minutes. We didn't know there was a Borderlands movie, so I genuinely thought they were doing like a parody thing of like, oh, this is what happens when you make a video game movie. I thought it was a whole parody thing. I didn't realize they were actually making a movie, which I guess doesn't speak well for the Borderlands movie. It doesn't speak well to me as the host of Stidler Movie Hour either. But
yeah, you're gonna be reviewing that movie though one day.
One day we're gonna have to review this. Yeah. Is this part of the Jumanji universe if Kevin Hart and Jack Black are in it?
I was just about to say, maybe because it was Kevin Hart that they introduced, it kind of had more of a continued on to the satire where it was still beyond plausible belief of being possibly something serious, like a movie.
Yeah, so I guess we'll talk about the Kevin Hart bit later on. But after this...
Oh, Homeworld.
Yeah, well, you played Homeworld, right, Peter?
Nope.
Oh, you kept talking about Homeworld.
Because it was ridiculous. They were like, oh, we're making Homeworld 3. I was like, what's Homeworld? And they, like, it was like this little interlude they kept sticking in throughout the conference.
It was just a bit of text that would pop up and be like, Homeworld.
Homeworld, and instead of showing us Homeworld 3 or how amazing it'll be, they're just like, oh, what's Homeworld? Well, Homeworld was the first ever RTS to have real-time graphics.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not known for being good, it's known for being like a technical pioneer.
Yeah.
And then later on it said the last Homeworld game was Homeworld 2 in 2003.
Yeah.
And it's like giving us Wikipedia Homeworld facts rather than saying anything at all about the new one.
Yeah, these were just like text bits that were just interspliced throughout the conference.
That's the best they could do to hype us for Homeworld 3, was to give us some little facts, weird little like trivia facts about Homeworld 1 and 2.
Yeah, it reminded me of like when you're playing a game and you're like going into a new area and there's a loading screen and it'll just pop up with like a little like tip, press square to block. That's what it reminded me of. There was nothing there for Homeworld. Then they showed...
I think they showed Tiny Tina next, right? Tiny Tina's...
Yeah.
They already showed.
They already showed at Summer Games Fest, yeah.
And like people were thinking, oh, it's already announced, so therefore at the Gearbox conference it'll show like real gameplay.
Yeah. Just the same pre-rendered trailer. Nothing to say about it.
I mean, they did incorporate the butt stallion from previous franchise, especially on Borderlands 2. The reference to it is semi-funny, but that's about the only redeeming thing to it.
But that was in the trailer from Summer Games Fest.
Well, speaking Speaking of like repeating the same thing over, they showed Tribes of Midgard again. They released a trailer in Summer Games Fest, and it was pretty much the same thing. That's 2 in a row now.
Yeah, and we riffed on the accent before. I'm not riffing on it again. You want to see all that, all of our impressions? Go watch the Summer Games Fest video somewhere around here.
Yeah.
It keeps hiding my finger, so I'm not pointing at my face. I'm pointing at different spots on the screen.
They were doing like a bit about like Gearbox University or something like that. What was that all about?
Like was mildly amusing, and then they kept going.
Yeah.
Kept going with it.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't that good a joke before you beat it into the ground.
Then they had Godfall.
Godfall?
Mm-hmm. You've forgotten Godfall. I've forgotten what Godfall is. Hang on, let's look
Is
at
that
the
the
trailer.
really generic looking one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
Oh!
But it looks nice.
I don't know. This one really annoyed me because they kept having random text pop up where it was like Lightning Man, Thunder, the light versus Fire and Darkness, PS4 Expansion, and it's like, what are you trying to tell me? Like, it was just like, let's just put as many random like, you know, when people are like making jokes about like Final Fantasy VIII in the intro to that, how it just has the random words of like, I'll be there for you and whatever. This, like, at least in that, the words have context. This was just random words. It was stupid. Matchmaking beta. Like, it was stupid.
It was just a bunch of catchphrase buzzwords to add excitement to it.
I'll be there for you, at least makes more sense.
But
And it sounds more mysterious than Fire and Ice, PlayStation.
wait, didn't they release this game already?
Yeah, this is just an expansion pack. Oh, and it's on PS5. I think it's a free upgrade.
Yeah.
Oh, they added matchmaking and a beta version for matchmaking. Don't really care.
Yeah. Moving on.
Right, so there was a small developer interview with the studio working on Homeworld 3, and they didn't reveal anything. And then it cut to Kevin Hart.
I think he wants to meet you guys.
And Kevin Hart came in, and what did Kevin Hart say? He said something silly, like, it wasn't how's it going, it was how's it going mixed with something else. How are you going? That's the only thing I remember from Kevin Hart.
How you guys doing, man? Pretty pumped up right now to meet you guys.
Yeah, and then it ended.
And that was it, right?
I'd like to pitch in and say that they went and put the bar down again, having 2 games that they've already done the showcases on in the first place and giving absolutely nothing towards it within the time they've had to allocate and adjust their time. I wouldn't even give it a 3.
Yeah, this one was like kind of lazy. It's not like cock lazy, but you know, at least they showed off some stuff. But it's not that much better than the cock
Yeah,
presentation.
they don't have a lazy cock. Some people have a lazy eye. They don't have a lazy cock. Right, Peter, final thoughts.
Worst conference ever. Well, I can't say that. It would be the worst conference ever if not.
If not for cock.
Yeah, it was a waste of time. Things we had already seen, and then they padded it out with all these jokes and stuff. It was just very hollow.
So, I'll give my final thoughts, and I'm gonna deviate a bit from everyone else. Because, yes, it was bollocks skits, it was games we've already seen. However, they did it in 30 minutes rather than 2 hours like Cock did. The fact that they only wasted a half an hour, still a half an hour wasted, but at least they kept it short. So
That's fair.
That's kind of the only silver lining. As far as the skits go, Cock gave nothing. Like we said this yesterday, Cock gave literally nothing. Whereas I feel like at least with the skits in this, maybe in a couple of weeks or something, somebody will have cut it all together like the Konami 2010 conference. Maybe there'll be a funny video at least out of it. So that's where I'm kind of like, maybe there's some substance there, but the conference itself not very good, but they kept it short.
What do you give it? 4 out of 10?
I'm gonna give it. Well, I want to see what everyone else gives it first.
Well, I'm giving it a 4 out of 10.
You're gonna.
It was just slightly above cock.
It was pure belly button.
What about you, Liam?
I'm going to give it a straight 2. I mean, there was a redemption in the fact that it wasn't as bad as the SNL skit. That's another redeeming feature to it, but nah, we've already wasted 2 hours watching the poor show before. We still have our own precious time.
What about you?
I suppose I'll go to middle ground. I'll go 3.
Yeah, I I don't think I can go as high as you, Riven, because even though I had the more positive outlook,
No,
I gave cock nothing, but I feel like I'm gonna have to give this one a 3.
well, the only reason why I gave it a 4 because I remember I gave cock a 3, so I can only go just.
Give cock a 1.
Oh, did I?
I think you might have.
Okay, so this one deserves a 2 then.
Hey.
Right, so that gives it an overall score, guys, of 2.5 out of 10.
Good job, Gearbox.
Good job.
You had one job.
You had one box full of gears, and you didn't even take your gear. Man, imagine if everyone had taken gear before this conference. Everyone was just loaded up on gear. Just salivating at the mouth like, yeah, believe.
Wait, we're talking about steroids or something else?
Just full on drugs.
I believe he means narcotics.
Yeah. They call narcotics gear here.
Oh, I thought gear was steroids here.
So just imagine, just like, now that would have been class.
Or you mean
That would have been a 10 out of 10 E3.
it's something like LSD with all the presenters as they're sat there looking awkward.
Keely just ran.
Yeah. Oy, but that's...
Yeah, that's it. Alright, that's it for our breakdown of the Gearbox presentation for E3. If you liked our video, feel free to comment, like, and subscribe. Be sure to check out our Summer Games Fest breakdown, as well as, what else did we cover? Ubisoft and Cock.
Cock.
Yeah. And then tomorrow we'll be covering Square Enix, Microsoft, and Nintendo. So, Bethesda.
Nintendo's...
Yeah.
Nintendo's put away.
Yeah. So be sure to tune in for that. This is Riven.
I've been Chrisora.
I've been Liam.
I've been the other guy.
Alright, peace out, guys.
You got no idea. You got no idea. You don't even know what's under this jacket.
Alright guys, so this video is brought to you by our friends over at We Play Games. The shop has it all, from all things nerdy, collectible toys, collectible cards like Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh!, retro consoles, and so much more. So much more. There's 2 locations in Las Vegas area and they ship across the US. Use our coupon code STUDLYB15 for 15% off your next purchase. Hurry though, as it is limited. Grab it before it's gone.